My name is Jacob Galindo. I have a sobriety date of September 24th, 2014.
My name is Chase Brantley. I have a sobriety date of August 30th, 2014.
Every single sport I've been involved in, I've seen someone become addicted to pills, become addicted to heroin, overdose. It's rampant. You know, if heroin is the epidemic right now in our country, it's truly the athletes that are leading the way.
I played football from the time I was in 4th grade to the time that I was a freshman in college. It was a great avenue for me to meet people and to let out aggression, which is always what I wanted to do.
When I was younger, I played pretty much every sport there was. And freshman year, I was starting for our varsity team. And, basically football was my way of life. I always had kind of behavioral issues, and I was diagnosed with ADHD. I was prescribed Adderall, and I went through a different series of medications saying, the Adderall didn't work, so I got put on Concerta, and then I got put on Vyvanse, and I got put on Strattera, and I just went through a multitude of different drugs that didn't seem to be working out for me.
I used Adderall quite often to make me more attentive, help me lose weight, and that was just a great thing, especially during game days, during game time. It was unbelievable how much that heightened my awareness, and I felt like I was 10 feet tall and bulletproof.
With athletes, you have the most competitive people by nature who do anything in their power to win and to continue to compete and continue to play. The quickest and easiest way to play through pain is to block your pain receptors and to take some kind of opiate medication to help you compete. And this is something that's it's really promoted within a lot of sports organizations, not only at professional levels, but at collegiate and even high school levels.
I received an injury the year before in spring training. It was my meniscus tear in my left knee, where I was prescribed Norcos. That was really kind of the breaking point there, where it really started for me.
My sophomore year, I broke my elbow and I was rushed to the hospital. And once I was released, they prescribed me Loratabs. Once I tucked those in, I felt like $1 million. I felt like this is what I've been looking for.
What you have with athletes is that's what they're told to do and be from a very young age. By the time you've reached the high school level of sports, it's pounded pretty hard in your head that you got to win. And so pills and heroin and syringes are passed out freely in locker rooms and used freely, all in the spirit of doing what's best for the team.
But when you have them so much and the doctor has no problem giving them to you, especially when you know the doctor personally.
I knew that once I started doing this, it was going to be a problem.
So you have a person who's hyper-competitive, who will do just about anything to win, and you're giving them a medication that will trick them into thinking that there is no more pain, that they can play through it. What happens though is that eventually the medications stop working, and the pain comes back worse. The next logical step is when things fall apart, the medications no longer work, they'll turn to something stronger, cheaper, and more effective, and that's heroin.
I got introduced into heroin later on down the road because of the expense of the pills going up. I felt like I was an empty shell. I didn't feel like I was a person. I didn't feel like I could relate with anyone.
I had to have something to alter my consciousness about the way that I felt about myself, and opiates provided me that avenue.
Simple things like just relaxing and taking a few days off for these minor injuries are more effective than any of these pain pills will ever be. But we live in an environment where you have to get back quick. You have to be quick, strong, fast, so that you can win.
It's an epidemic that's affecting our community and the whole moral standing of America that we have absolutely no control on because Big Pharma wants to push pills on people.
It's the same story over and over and over. And so there needs to be more facilities, there needs to be more resources for anyone who has this happen. Because if there isn't, then you have an enormous amount of continued epidemic of this issue.
My life is really, really good. I always want better because I'm always shooting for the moon, but it is a heck of a lot better than a year and a half ago. My life is really good today because of the actions that I put forth to save my own life. I have true friends today. I get to do things today I never thought I would. But I got into action and I changed my life. If I can do it, then anybody can do it.
I was at that point where it was either death or, get help. And I decided to get help because I felt like there was more to live for in life. And my life is amazing today.